Greetings to all who wish to be greeted. I'm MegaPacKid, and this is my game shelf. On November 23rd, 2022, I released a video called If Disney Made a Crossover Platform Fighter. It was the fourth video in this series, MegaPacKid's Game Shelf, and it has the most views at 554. Thank you all very much. And it also has the most requests for a sequel, which is this video. I want to sincerely thank you all for sticking with me through the development hell that this video has gone through. Your comments are all very appreciated. I read every single one of them. I sincerely hope that this video lives up to your expectations, because I have spent so much time in pre-production for it. I've been thinking about it ever since I uploaded that last video. That's why I talked about it in that last video. I talked about how I would include Darth Vader as another Star Wars character. I talked about how I didn't want to include Spider-Man because he was a Sony character. I have since learned quite a few things. So actually, Disney just doesn't own the film rights to Spider-Man. They own the rights to the character in general. All of that aside, I really wanted to open this video with a bang. And I was going to talk about all the characters and every reason why I was including the characters that I was. And you'll remember that for a sequel, I wanted to use the amount of characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Because in the previous video, I did the characters that were in the first game. There were only 12, but I did that to limit myself. 12 is a very small number when you're looking at the amount of characters that Disney has for a crossover, but it's also a very refined number because I really feel like I represented the best of Disney, or at least the most important of Disney, with every character that I chose. Now, realistically, Disney would probably have 30 to 40 characters if they actually made a game, but I wanted to challenge myself and come up with 89 Disney characters anyway. And I talked for an hour about it, and then my mic actually turned off only 14 minutes into that recording. And I was devastated. My girlfriend was there, and he supported me through all of it. He could tell you that I have been dreading putting that much effort into making a video again because I was afraid that it was all going to be lost. But I'm back. I'm here. I made more obscure characters in the Mario franchise, and I think it was a blessing in disguise because I had a better idea after that all happened to imitate the presentation from E3 2018 for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, commonly called the Everyone is Here trailer. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate included every playable character that had been in the series before, which was big because some of them have been cut, and also that was a lot of characters. It was a technical feat, no doubt, and it was also incredibly hype. And I wanted to recreate that for this. My best friend Jack Kristen edited this amazing video for me. He's done a lot of editing for me over the past decade of content creation, and I'm incredibly thankful that he did it. So, without further ado, here is his amazing work.
we meet again for the last time.
Oh, bother.
Wow, what a great video! A little behind the scenes tidbit. Whenever something like that happens in a video, not just this one, but any video, usually people haven't actually watched the thing that they're referring to. I mean, I've seen it, but not just now when I was recording. There were a few seconds in between me introducing it and me saying that it was a great video. Movie magic. I know a lot about it. I'm studying cinema. Anyway, this video has been a long time in the making, and I didn't want to bore you with a lot of the details as to why I chose certain characters. But there are a few that I wanted to explain. First off, I keep calling this Disney Smash Brothers because Smash Brothers wasn't genre defining for the platform fighter, it was genre creating, pretty much. Because of that, I consistently have video games on the brain. So I was thinking of Disney video games. Whenever I would think of a character, I would think, okay, well, it would be easiest to get a moveset for this character by looking at what video games they were in. Scrooge McDuck from DuckTales on the NES, Oswald the Lucky Rabbit from the Epic Mickey games, Hercules, Aladdin, The Lion King, Toy Story. Toy Story is actually an interesting one because it's actually mostly Buzz Lightyear. On the document that I made for the characters, I organized them by series, and I included Izzy Hawthorne and Princess Nova from Lightyear and Buzz Lightyear of Star Command respectively under Toy Story because those are technically Toy Story spin-offs. I do imagine that Buzz and Zurg would be in their Toy Story appearances. It's the reason why I had this amazing art commissioned by Ray Krinke, also known as Drake Tsunki, be a reference to the Toy Story 2 on PlayStation box art. Also, look at this great art that was in the thumbnail. Isn't this amazing? This is incredible! Go commission Ray! I wanted to include Izzy and Nova largely for what I would consider to be Disney Smash Bros.' defining feature. Its story mode.
For the story mode, I imagine Bill Cipher being the final boss, in addition to the person who brought everyone together in the first place. His motivations, I'll be honest, are a little unclear, at least at this moment in time that I'm thinking of this. But he's a weird guy, he could do it. Additionally, I've added Tinkerbell to the playable roster, not only because she's an iconic Disney character, but specifically so that we can use fairy dust in the lore. Fairy dust can do pretty much anything, so I'm using that as my explanation for why the toy characters are the same size as some of the human characters, and why all of them can understand each other despite many of them speaking different languages. Lin-Manuel Miranda is also here, just as himself. I think it would be really funny just to have Lin-Manuel Miranda himself as a character. And he's here because he has done so much for Disney. He made the soundtracks for Moana and Encanto and did some original music for The Little Mermaid 2023. In addition to that, Disney also owns the film rights to the Hamilton Pro Shot. He's locked in.
So many of these crossover platform fighters don't actually take advantage of the crossover and tell a cool story. Even Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, which you would expect because these are a bunch of film and television characters. But no! I think it's largely due to the fact that people would question, is it canon? And I think the answer is it can, and honestly should be, because I think that would be great. In fact, it would be great if Disney did a tie-in movie that had all the characters and was essentially just a cut-down version of the story mode. Basically the story mode, but all the gameplay is replaced with other cutscenes to fill in the blanks. I think that would be cool. I think that would be amazing. I think it would be awesome if Disney did that, because then this story would basically get its own budget. I love these characters. I have an immense passion for all of them, and I want to see them interact. I want to see a joke made about all the characters that Ming-Na Wen plays. Yeah, Ming-Na Wen plays a Disney princess, an MCU character, and a Star Wars character. Isn't that incredible? I want to see Jessie, Princess Nova, and Izzy Hawthorne all question which Buzz they're going to see when they get to the end of their journey. I want to see the Hulk and Wreck-It Ralph do a fist bump. There are so many cool things that you can do with this idea. In fact, that last scene from the video with Zurg and Pooh, I edited that because I imagined that in the story mode. I really want there to be a recurring fight between Winnie the Pooh and Zurg because that's just a funny rivalry in my head. Especially because the way I imagine it, Zurg says, "So, we meet again, for the last time." And Pooh, who is completely over it, because this is like the third time today he's interacted with Zurg, he just says, "Oh, bother." That's hilarious to me. I would love that. I would eat that up. I love Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and I actually did have fun with World of Light, but only in the gameplay. And that's where I think Disney Smash Bros. Would stand out from the rest. Multiverses didn't have a story mode. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl didn't have a story mode. I assume the second one doesn't. Honestly, I haven't looked. They don't need to do a ton different gameplay-wise. I think while many people will criticize Smash clones, they kind of forget that they created the genre. That'd be like calling Sonic the Hedgehog a clone of Super Mario Bros. It just so happens that one thing did the genre really well and basically invented it, and everyone else followed suit because it's a fun formula. And that's what I think are the most important elements of this game. Obviously there are stages and assist trophies that one can come up with, but the characters and the story mode are the most important parts of this game. At least in my opinion. Well, okay, the gameplay has to be good too, but that's how I think it should all go. I hope this video exceeded or at least met your expectations. Once again, special thanks to Raymond Krinky, Jack Kristen, and Fate Zay for your help and support on this video. Couldn't have done it without any of you. And if you'll excuse me, I have some brothers to smash.